Greetings, everyone. Yep, Charlene here. Send Parenting Tales. Come and walk with me. Yeah, I'm outside the boys' after school club. Yeah, I feel like I've just hit the ground running. My eyes seem really sleepy. I had a weekend away, which was really nice. To Milan, went to Lake Como. 22 ladies, did Italy, and yeah, even though it was definitely, there were challenges when you got a big group like that, all the different characters and dynamics, but ultimately I must say that Italy is somewhere that I just did not expect to be so beautiful. Like Lake Como is like, wow. Like, I mean, waking up to that view was like music to my soul. You know, like I'm a naturist. Love. It was just beautiful. Like, I mean, breathtaking. I only thought that them kind of views were in the Caribbean. Yeah, like, I'm not biased, but yeah, no, it was really, really beautiful. But it's just funny because I feel like, I don't know, I always say it's because I was an only child, you know. There's like 23 years between me and my sister. So I grew up alone. And yeah, being in big groups like that, there's definitely moments where I just had to have like a moment's peace, because, you know, it's just a lot of chatter and yeah, just a lot of different things happening. But what I do love though, I just love the sisterhood, you know, the sisterhood, the bonding, the sharing of stories, you know. Yeah, it was an experience. Yeah, it was an experience, I'll leave it as that. But it's funny because you know, while I was away, I would have times where I don't want to say like, oh, I was having a panic attack or something, because that would be a bit dramatic. And I'm very mindful of my words, you know, because words have power and all that. But there was definitely times, especially when it was coming to home time, where I would just have a feeling of like, I just need to get home. I just need to get to the airport and get home. And I don't know, it's funny because it's like my son Scotty, every time I go somewhere, he would be like, well, he says, "Mummy, you coming back?" And I don't know why it always kind of hits me like, oh God, what if I don't come back? Or what if something happened and then he just doesn't know where I was? And I know that feeling used to grip me, like have me in a chokehold for so long, like just thinking about, you know, how would he be if I didn't come home? You know, how would he be, you know, because obviously he doesn't have the capacity to understand, you know, someone passing away or where they've gone, or, you know, all of that type of thing. And it's definitely something that I've had to work on over the years, because obviously we can't live in fear of that happening, you know. When it's that time, you know, it's totally out of our control. But yeah, he always says it, "Mummy, you coming back?" And I just take it so deep, like, am I gonna come back, you know? So then it's like, you know, we went on a boat, and there's moments I'm on the boat thinking, oh God, if anything happened on the boat, like, do you know what I mean? And you get these little like pangs of panic almost, you know. But yeah, I'm thankful for like my ability to, as I say, counsel myself, and I guess to use like breathing to control my emotions and my thoughts and what have you. But yeah, it's definitely a thing, that worry. I remember when you know, see, I'm hesitating to say this, but I remember when hearing for the first time when Katie Price, and I'm here talking about Katie Price, you know, talking about Harvey and saying that she would just hope that he passes before her, because she doesn't know how he would cope without her. And you know, like, it's a mad thought, like, but it's only people who have children who don't have the capacity to understand that can totally understand that. And I remember being really emotional when I heard her say that, because that definitely is like how I feel. But yeah, it's just a funny, you know, it's a funny thing. It's a really funny thing. But yeah, on the flip side, building, or you know, helping Scotty construct this independent life, or this semi-independent life, is just so important. So you know, him coming to these type of clubs, you know, him having his regular time with his PAs, going out into the community, and eventually at some point, possibly, you know, again, I'm hesitating because I can't believe I'm saying it, but you know, going to some kind of assisted living facility is definitely my responsibility to make happen. Because you know, as a send parent, that's our responsibility. Do you know what I mean? We have to help our children live an, as you know, independent life as possible. And I think it's taken me a long time to get to this realization, because for a long time I just thought Scotty would just be with me, you know, forever, however long our forever is. But that's really irresponsible. I know that I had another thought as well, that, you know, oh, you know, one of his siblings can look after him. But again, that isn't fair for me to actually put that on them. And it's just that acceptance that, yeah, you know, it's just my responsibility. So yeah, he's got an annual review coming up in November, and I'm going to make sure that the Preparing for Adulthood team are present, because you know, he's 16 now, and while I'm in sound mind and good health, I need to be putting things in place for him so that, you know, he can just be as independent as possible. And I think his school, oh, I think I'm losing track of time here, hold on, oh, I've got 2 minutes. His school has been so helpful, because one of the things that one of his teachers said one time was that you've got to let your send child fail to see what their capabilities are. And that really struck me, you know, and really stuck with me, because you kind of, well, I had a I guess a thing where, you know, you're sort of keeping them close and not letting them do this and not letting them do that, and assuming they can't do this and assuming they can't do that. But you know, it's hard to quantify what your child can do unless you let them actually do it. So allowing them to do things where they can potentially fail ultimately will show you what their capabilities are. So yeah, that has really stuck with me throughout the years. And yeah, so yeah, just I'll say a quick share, but it wasn't that quick. But yeah, do you know what, the last post I did, I've had so much interaction on that post, like privately, people messaging me and just offering support, and I do really appreciate it. And I don't know if it comes across, but you know, I really do love my life. I'm really thankful, I'm really grateful. And you know, just to have my husband and all the support that I've got around me, this is definitely what I call a sweet season. So even though I come and, you know, share things that may not sound so sweet, the life I'm living right now is like what I actually prayed for. You know, after being single for such a long time with my children, to have my husband now, yeah, it's definitely a sweet season. But you know, I'm so thankful for all the support. And yeah, let me know your thoughts as always. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're watching this on my YouTube channel. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening.